Hello my friends, it's your friend Kevin with another message for today from angels, heaven, all that good stuff. I'm trying to think if there's something I need to share before we get going. No, I think we're good. So let's set the space. Almost said set the stage, but that's not quite right. Let's let's set the space for today's angel message. Eyes down, palms up. Big breath in. Let it out. Another breath in. Let it out. Third one, inhale. And release. And then continue regular breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Ease into it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Imagine yourself relaxing into the sacred space that you have created where you are. Think of your feet grounded into the Mother Earth, whose loving energy takes away all your fears, anxieties, worries, bothers. Let them all just melt down through your feet into the depths of the floor. And in your peaceful space, draw down from Father Sky loving golden light and place it into your heart, your own personal power source, straight to the divine. And now that you're connected, your feet absorbing and releasing the negatives, your heart glowing with the positive, your third eye center between your eyebrows showing the clarity ahead. And at this time, we give thanks to the Archangel Michael, who comes to you and us and the entire planet bearing a sword of light. This expansive blue energy, sapphire blue. And he draws the sword in front of you, above you, behind you, below you, to the left of you, to the right of you. And thank you, Archangel Michael, for removing the ties, binding us all to fears, anxiety, difficult situations, challenges, unforgiveness, judgment, negativity of all kinds. And clearing the space to make room for the new energy that's coming. And place this blue energy, protective energy, in front and to the right of you. Draw down from the heavens the glittering golden light of Archangel Jophiel. And thank you, Archangel Jophiel, for bringing us magic, clarity, wisdom, great ideas, good thoughts, perfect timing, miracles of opportunity and experience, We welcome your light. We welcome your wisdom. We welcome your love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And place this golden light behind you and to the left. And above you, coming forward, stepping in, is the emerald green light of Archangel Raphael. And draw down Archangel Raphael's energy of healing. And thank you, Archangel Raphael, for stepping forward with your healing hands, your healing spirit, for renewing every cell in our body, and for bringing us life's energy, for bringing clarity for what is needed for our physical body, and healing any area that is in distress. Thank you for leading us to where we need to be with our health. Thank you for governing the choices of what we do with our physical body. And place this energy behind you and to the right. And out in front of you, bring down the energy that is fuchsia pink. And call forth the loving energy of Archangel Jophiel, she who is the beauty of God. And place this magenta light around you and surrounding you like a cloak, reminding you that you are a magnificent child of divine universe, that all your dreams, wishes and manifestations be presented to you in magical ways this day, today, and all the tools that you need to miraculously create be provided magically, instantly. So be it, so shall it be. Take a few moments to breathe in these four corners, this energy. And slowly bring yourself back into your space. And use that as your brief meditation prayer, if you will, treatment to set the day. Let's get on with the message. All right, so once again, we are using the Angel Guide Oracle. We're using them all week. I kind of like this deck. It's slowly becoming, well, not slowly, but it's really becoming my go-to deck to tune in really quickly. Everybody has a certain deck that they are drawn to. This, I believe, is mine. Angel Guide Oracle by Kyle Gray with images by Jennifer Hawkyard. All right, so I've done the shuffle this morning, and let's see what card comes up. There were no jumpers, so we might be dealing... Oh, one card. Inner Child Healing. So today the message may be for you to take a little brief look into areas of your childhood that may have been out of whack, out of balance, that perhaps as a child you didn't understand it. Today might be a day that you reflect upon that and work with healing, seeing yourself as that child and healing anything that's unfinished business. This is not to say that the angels want to place you in a space of hurt or awkwardness. Lots of times in our human experiences, we tend to go back to places that were hurtful and dread the reliving of those hurtful feelings. But what may have wounded and hurt us as a child when we were younger no longer has that power. And this is what this card is saying. Treat yourself as both the child and the parent, so that you are able to go and say, listen, those things are no longer serving you. Those issues are done. You're past it. You've moved from it. You've strengthened out of it. And you've become wise because of it. That would be the message. Let's see. This is what we know. You came here for healing. You get the healing. Let's see what this is about. Oh, here we go. Self-acceptance. This is the third day in a row this card has come up. So self-acceptance, once again, is about confidence. Working with your inner confidence, working with your inner power. That is not to say that you are supposed to turn into someone that you truly are not. Moreover, you're meant to move into a person that you are created to be, your authentic self. When you are singing like nobody's watching and dancing like nobody cares and doing all of that wonderful, great, expansive energy that you are worthy of and deserve to have, those happy, joyful, loving days. This is the self-acceptance. This is you saying to yourself, I don't have to be anything other than who I am, because who I am is brilliant. Let's see what you're working on, because this is what's going on. Self-confidence, self-healing, all about the self today. And it's Friday the 13th, so that can make sense. Let's see what any challenges or outcomes that will happen. Oh, this is kind of interesting. Sacred Plan. So the Sacred Plan card speaks about our collaboration with the universe. When we set out our intentions, we set up a vibration. It's been spoken about in Law of Attraction, The Secret, one of the same. What you put out there is what comes back to you. This is the same as self-acceptance. If you are dealing with insecurity and shyness, and you're not willing to speak up, and you're not willing to stand your ground, and you're not willing to be authentically yourself, then you're always going to be wearing masks and hiding, not stepping out into the light, not claiming your place in the world. So the Sacred Plan is put together your greatest intentions. You know, we've got these planets lined up. Uranus, Jupiter, all these things. Interestingly enough, the child hearing, the self-acceptance, and the Sacred Plan, these are coming up right as Mercury retrograde. And Mercury retrograde is that time regularly that we get to review the plan. We get to look back at the things that we've wanted and decide, do we still want them? Yes or no? Can we remove them? Yes or no? Is there a new plan that's better? Maybe. So this is a good card and a good combination to review the self as it is, particularly as we're coming up in almost the middle of the year, 6 months away from November. So I would say when you put a sacred plan in place, when you put your intentions out there, when you say this is what I'm looking to create, you're sending messages, you're sending smoke signals, vibrations, whatever you want to call it, rumblings to the universe. Then let the universe go make it happen. That's where the collaboration comes in between us, God, and the angels. Here's the challenge. When we're putting a plan together and we're saying, this is what we'd like to do, new job, new this, I want that, I want that. You send that out. It goes up. When you tell the angels, God, messengers, whatever you believe is guiding you outside your physical self, the greater part of you, thank you for manifesting the perfect way forward. Thank you for cutting the ties and removing the obstacles that get in the way. And thank you for bringing me whatever is for my highest good at a time that's perfect. You have to let that go. Be specific about what you want Be specific about your intentions. Be specific about fulfilling your goals and your dreams, but then let them go. The challenge we have is that we want it right when we want it. It's a bit like saying, I need to, I don't know, what's a negative thing you can say? Because the inner child healing is about your negative chit chat. Like, I'm fat. No, you're not. You might have gained a bit of weight, but you're not fat. In your head, you've got an image of what that looks like. That's my lies. That's why I'm speaking to it. My head, I can be a certain size, but I might always look in the mirror and see my round, jiggly, wobbly bits. I had to learn that I invested a lot in all this jiggly wiggly stuff. I had to learn that. I had to laugh at it, and I had to basically look at myself and saying, you know what, the laughing Buddha has a good time grabbing his belly and wiggling it up and down. I mean, I had to get to the place where that was an okay thing to do. When you're saying to yourself, now my new little negative chit chat is, I'm old. That's been creeping into my languaging, about to be 60 years old. Instead of saying, which is really the truth, damn, I look pretty good for a 60-year-old man. And oh yeah, I'm getting to do all this at 60. That's the real truth. We've fallen into habits of negative programming because it's what we know, it's what we hear, it's what we see. All of that stuff is kind of cracking and seeping in. I didn't realize how much the regular news cycle affected me until I stopped watching it. I never realized how much negative people were draining me until I stopped spending time with them. My message for you and from the angels is you, I, we as a collective were not ever created to do harm to other people, particularly do harm to ourselves. We were not meant to signed up for or said we're going to talk trash about ourselves and talk trash about other people. No, absolutely not. If you want to ride the crest of the wave and you want to surf the life that you've got, the magical life, the abundant life, you got to clear, cancel, and delete all of the chit-chat stuff that doesn't serve. And I'm guilty of it. Hand to God, guilty. Grateful to be shown the lessons that I'm guilty of doing. Grateful for that. Because now I get to contrast it with, oh, I don't know that's very kind. I don't think that's very good. I don't think that's very helpful. And move on. And how do I know they show up? Oh, when I'm getting bothered about something. When something's not quite right. When something doesn't quite work. When I'm trying to control the narrative. When I want something to happen and it's not happening. When I feel like there's something going wrong and I can feel it going wrong and I know it's going wrong and I try to stop it going wrong. Nothing's really wrong. It's all okay. Something doesn't go quite right. Something doesn't turn out the way we expected it to. It isn't wrong. It means there's something better that's happening. It means that we've got to be shown something we didn't see before. It means that the things we created, the things that we did, the things that we got, the things that we worked on, perhaps no longer serve us. Something better's coming. It's a time to have fun. I always wondered why people planted annual plants, those things that last 1 year. Dig it up and put something else in the ground. Well, that's such a waste. No, not really. It's sort of how it goes. Similarly, like you put food in your mouth. At some point, it's got to come out somewhere. It can't stay in. Make sense? We have to eliminate and then get something else. And most people might be thinking, especially the greatest generation, those born of the 30s and the 40s and the 50s, where, it was all like renewable, all this good stuff. Sadly, those days are over. We don't have to do that anymore. We don't have to keep on reinventing the dress and a sweater and turning it into something else, unless you like rehabbing, and that's fine. That's up to you. If you like it, it's all good. Anyway, I'm going off on babble talk. Until next time, work on yourself, work on what you want to clean up and clear up, and then create a magical sacred plan from the clear, beautiful, kind space that you've just created for yourself. Until next time, lots of love. Bye.